Just from the scriptures thing of view, it says that God sits within the heavens and laughs. Joel Osteen spent 25 years constructing Lakewood into America's largest church. Then, in a single lousy afternoon, the whole thing changed. A girl with a records of mental infection added a gun in church and commenced capturing, but that wasn't Osteen's best catastrophe from a $4 spend fest. But that wasn't Osteen's best catastrophe from a $4 million COVID loan controversy to accusations of exploiting his ministry for income. This is the tale of Technique's America's maximum well-known pastor confronted his darkest days. Joel Osteen have emerged as born on March 5, 1963, in Houston, Texas. He changed into the fifth of 6 kids in his family. At the time of his start, his father, John Tin, had long lengthy passed through a huge change in his faith in 1958. John skilled a few aspects he called the baptism of the Holy Spirit. It certainly shifted how he noticed religion. He left the Southern Baptist Church and commenced out some component new. On Mother's Day, 1959, John based definitely Lakewood Church. The church becomes small inside the beginning, with best 90 people meeting in an antique feed store. Joel grew up, looking his mother and father assembled the church. With tough paintings and determination via the past 1970s, the church had grown to over 50 human beings, making it one in each of the maximum essential in Houston as a toddler. Joel changed into very distinct from his father John, have become ambitious and complete of electricity preaching with ardor, whilst Joel turned out to be shy and preferred to live out of the highlight. He wasn't the form of person you may expect to guide a large church at the same time as he ended up 17. Joel failed to follow the same vintage direction of turning into a preacher. Rather, he went to Oral Roberts University in Oklahoma to have a look at radio and television, but after just 12 months, he dropped out and went again. Home he preferred to help his father make bigger Lake W's TV ministry. That choice would form his future in strategies no man or woman have to have expected for 17 years. Joel stayed behind the curtain. He helped his father amplify the church's TV publicizes and made first-rate. The entirety ran smoothly, however. He had no desire to evangelize. Joel have grown to be shy and felt disturbing speaking within the front of humans. Plus, he notioned his father became so right at preaching that he have to in no way healthy him, despite the fact that John advocated him to strive. Joel constantly said no. He became happy staying in his comfort sector, operating within the once more of the virtual digital camera. Everything modified in January 1999, John emerged as in the health center and could not deliver the weekly sermon. Joel ultimately agreed to preach for the number 1 time. He emerged as frightened, but felt like he had to do it. Just 6 days later, John passed away at 35. Joel decided himself in price of Lakewood Church he did no longer sense prepared, and lots of people at a loss for words if he must address it. Even Joel doubted himself at the beginning, but Joel did not surrender. A Bible verse inspired him. David served God's cause in his very, very own era. This gave Joel the self-notion to manual in his private way in region of looking for, to be like his father. He centered on what he become desirable at talking with a cushy, effective, and relatable style. Humans loved it. The church began outgrowing rapid through using the usage of the surrender of the 1 year right here. Extra offerings had been introduced because of the fact such a lot of people preferred to wait. Lakewood's TV announces, moreover, accelerated, accomplishing tens of thousands and heaps of homes at that time. Round 5, 0 people came to the church each week. Clearly, 6 years later, that range grew to 300. 0. This have become a big trade, developing 5 times larger in the shape of short time. Joel's fashion of preaching, modified into particular and location of scaring human beings with warnings about sin. He targeted on high, extremely good and hopeful messages human beings cherished listening to about encouragement and opportunities. His first actual sermon just after his father Handed Away set the tone for this fashion by using manner of the end of that 12 months. Joel officially have come to be the church's leader. The church did not definitely expand within the wide fashion of people coming every week. It, moreover, reached more human beings round the arena via TV. With the useful resource of 2005, Joel's sermons had been being confirmed in over 100 global locations. This helped spread his message to thousands and heaps of humans out of doors. The church partition's Joel, moreover, helped the church boom bodily in 2001. Lakewood made a powerful choice to lease the Compact Center in Houston. This building became a basketball area for the Houston Rockets, renovating it right into a church. Wasn't clean. The church spent $95 million to transform it right into a 1,600-seat worship area. They brought 5-store and made it enjoy absolutely new with a resource of 2005. The church moved into its new home, turning into the maximum important church in America. Later in 2010, they sold the building outright for $7.5 million, which amazed some humans because of the reality. The charge appeared low, however experts defined it made experience because of the truth. The church had already spent lots on renovations. These days, Lakewood Church welcomes about 45 humans each week. This is bigger than some small cities, Joel's sermons. Furthermore, attain hundreds of heaps of human beings on TV and online. Inside the U.S. alone, 10 million people watch his sermons weekly, and his pronouncers are set up in over 100 international locations. Joel furthermore connects with tens of hundreds of thousands of fans on social media, making his message even greater. Global. What makes Lakewood unique is how numerous its miles human beings from all varieties of backgrounds come together, and the church gives services in English and Spanish. It's no longer quite a lot faith. Both in 2018, they held a completely unique event with Kanye West that added in 1,770,000 people, showing how the church can attain new audiences. Joel's way of preaching is one of the reasons for his achievement. His messages are easy, powerful, and smooth to understand. He specializes in hope and practical recommendation in choice to complicated, non-secular thoughts. A few people love this fashion because it feels uplifting, while others criticize it for being too slight. Joel additionally avoids speaking about sin or judgment, saying he desires human beings to feel pinnacle once they depart church. His method has helped millions connect with faith in a new way inside the period in between. Joel has regularly been criticized for his interest on cash and teaching. Many human beings say his prosperity gospel teachings are greater approximately being wealthy than about real Christian values. Have emerged as the church chief in 1999, and given that, then his message has been that God goals people to reach lifestyles such as financial. His book, Your High-Quality Existence Now, posted in 2004, tells readers to count on surely and assume blessings. He wrote that believers need to prevent wondering small and start searching forward to vending and supernatural boom. Critics argue this isn't what Christianity is clearly approximately. The Bible often talks approximately, giving up fabric wealth and specializing in spiritual subjects. Alternatively, as an instance inside the book of Luke, Jesus tells humans to surrender the whole thing you've got. Osteen's sermons additionally keep away from subjects like sin and repentance, which might be central to traditional Christianity. As an alternative, he uses a self-assist style that is positive but leaves out vital additives of the gospel. In interviews, he has from time to time been unclean. Approximately key beliefs like whether or not or no longer Jesus is the first-class manner to heaven on pinnacle. Of that, his personal wealth, this is envisioned to be as loads as 100 million, has made human beings query his message. An entire lot of his cash comes from promoting books and giving paid talks. Critics surprise how a preacher with plenty cash can constitute Christian values like humility and sacrifice. No matter this tin has a big following, Lakewood Church is considered one of the largest church houses within the worldwide, with over 500 people, and his sermons are watched by way of loads. Some different massive controversy happened in 2020 at the same time as people decided out Lakewood Church took a $4 mortgage in the course of the COVID pandemic. The loan got here from a government software alleged to assist small organizations pay their employees. At some stage, in difficult instances, people have been disillusioned because of the truth. Osteen is so wealthy and the church already has plenty of coins. They felt that the coins ought to have lengthy gone to small agencies that virtually desired it. The church stated they used the mortgage to pay their 368 personnel and offer medical insurance for their households. In addition, they said they waited to apply for the mortgage till it have come to be clean that the pandemic may very last a long time. Regardless of this, people criticized them due to the fact smaller organizations had been suffering to get help after months of backlash. The church paid another time, the complete $4 million in October 2021. However, the controversy made humans query how big church homes contend with their money. One of the worst moments for tin came in 2017. All through Hurricane Harvey, the typhoon brought on big flooding in Houston and left loads of humans homeless. Many church homes and mosques opened their doors to help. Lakewood Church stayed closed. The church stated it couldn't open because the constructing have emerged as flooded, but movement images online showed the location throughout the church appeared top-notch. Human beings had been indignant and accused Osteen of not assisting when the community wished him the maximum. Some even said he turned out to be extra concerned about protecting the church building than helping human beings after days of criticism. Tin delivered that the church have to open its doors to evacuees. He later defined that the church became being careful because of a past flood in 2001, which had broken the building. He moreover said the plan have become continuously to open as a refuge if different places filled up. In interviews, Osteen admitted that they may have handled the situation higher. Later, the church helped via the usage of offering substances and sheltering people. However, many felt the harm to Osteen's popularity had already been finished. People noticed the not-on-time reaction as a failure of management and a lack of compassion. On February 11, 2024, something impossible happened at Lakewood Church. It changed into simplest a regular Sunday afternoon at the same time as 12 months vintage Jessie Ivan Moreno walked into the church with a rifle in her arms and her 12 months antiques on. With the resource of her aspect, she wore an extended trench coat and carried an AR-15 fashion gun. The safety protect at the entrance, who wasn't armed, permit her interior. What in 2017 he have become criticized for not beginning his church as a stable haven proper away, but he rapid replied housing masses, hundreds of humans, and supporting heaps more with belongings. This showed how he makes use of his fame to make a real distinction when it's far desired. Most Tin's lifestyles is prepared, spreading desire whether or no longer through his books, TV, social media, or in-person sermons. His remarkable message has touched tens of millions and keeps to inspire people around the world.